If you want to support the channel, please consider becoming a member today. Members get early access to videos, access to all the stream VODs, and exclusive access to emotes as well. So if you'd like to support the channel, become a member today. So, we've talked a little bit about this before. Conservatives are very sad. They're very lonely. They have a lot of anxiety and depression and probably all sorts of other mental illnesses like schizophrenia, psychosis, etc., whatever. And they need to cope with that and fill the void. And rather than just going to therapy, they will do all kinds of things like invent QAnon conspiracy theories. Or in this case, decide to get mad at stuff arbitrarily. You see, when they have somewhere to put their deep internal sense of disgust with themselves and overall restlessness and discontentedness they have with life, when they have somewhere that they can put all that negativity, when they can direct it somewhere, they like that, I think. And now they're mad at Taylor Swift. Yeah, that's right, guys. Conservatives and Taylor Swift, they're never getting back together. Stick to singing. MAGA backlash against Taylor Swift gets ugly. So, long story short, Taylor Swift is going to sing in the upcoming Super Bowl. And there are no joke conservatives that think that now the Super Bowl is going to be rigged. And this is because Taylor Swift is currently dating a player on one of the football teams playing in the Super Bowl. So because of this, they think that it's going to be rigged in favor of her boyfriend, like unironically. And this actually is really important, I think, because it's easy to look at that and laugh, be like, oh my God, you actually think the Super Bowl is now rigged? Like what? First you thought the election, now this. But when you actually understand the severity and ignorance of this mindset, it gets even worse. They don't believe any sort of metric. They don't believe any sort of authoritative body or organization, no matter how transparent it might be, to deliver them data or factual information of any sort. It starts with the election, but that's the problem, is it starts with something big like the election, or maybe you see it really happen when it's something giant like the election, but it's trickling down to everything. All of their decisions are not informed. It's informed by their lack of information. It's informed by just a constant need to not do whatever the media says, cuz conservative media personalities are raging over a new enemy and one-time Biden endorser whose power has never been more undeniable, Taylor Swift. The teams behind the two 2024 presidential frontrunners are zeroing in on a pop megastar with a feverish fan base that actually does heed her calls to go out and vote. So this is part of the reason why conservatives are also viciously attacking Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift snags 35,000 new registered voters. This was in September of 2023. Taylor Swift's Instagram post drove record-breaking web traffic to vote.org this week and helped the site register more than 35,000 new voters. That can make and break an election, my friends. Republicans know Taylor Swift's power. So we're going to start seeing them act really unhinged. Like, you think they're unhinged before, they're going to act really unhinged because now we have their usual retardation coupled with their fear. So Swift has not endorsed anyone in the presidential race. The New York Times reported Monday that Biden's campaign is courting her for a 2020 repeat, even jokingly considering the president appear at an Eras tour stop. Biden's campaign is courting her jokingly. Okay, so they're trying to utilize her influence and her power. That's understandably. Meanwhile, Rolling Stone reported that Trump allies are closely watching for Swift's move. Between the lines, Swift has countless young, passionate fans who not only are willing to spend big money to support her, but also are highly active online. Former President Trump and Biden will be vying for the youth vote, as that block's enthusiasm for either candidate is plummeting. Among the most extreme conspiracy theories surrounding Swift and her boyfriend, Super Bowl-bound Kansas City Chiefs Travis Kelce, is that their relationship is a deep state psyop orchestrated by the NFL and Democrats to work in President Biden's favor. See? To the conservatives, if the election could be rigged, why wouldn't they just also rig a Super Bowl? It's literally the problem when you don't have any facts, you don't have any data, you don't have any reasoning, you don't have any skills whatsoever, except for how to doom scroll on Facebook. This is what happens. Has Hunter seen the Charlie Kirk Taylor Swift rant? We'll get to it. Kelsey has already been loathed by conservatives for partnering with Pfizer for a pro-COVID vaccine campaign. So based. So Tommy Lauren on Fox News said that Swift should skip endorsements altogether and stick to her singing. Meanwhile, former ESPN host Charlie Arnold, also in Tommy Lauren host, reportedly told Fox's Martha McCullen that she hoped the Baltimore Ravens win the Super Bowl because she's had enough of Taylor Swift. Arnold then went on ragging about Swift, but acknowledged her political influence as scary. Alrighty, let me get that Charlie Kirk clip up.
And I feel as if she's being forced upon our culture, like it's this Taylor Swift.
Literally, I'm doing the volume adjustment, and I hear him say, she's being like just forced upon our culture, you know? That's what happens when people are really popular, dude. People talk about them because they're fans of them. You hear their music more because it's played on the radio more. That's called the marketplace of popularity. You know about the marketplace of ideas? Think about like that, okay? But it's like high school cliques, but more extreme.
And I feel as if she's being forced upon our culture, like it's this Taylor Swift colonizing effort. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. She's a narcissist. I don't think that she's very talented.
How is she a narcissist? Also, here's another thing. It's actually a sign of narcissism on Charlie's end, Charlie Kirk here, that he would actually think that because he doesn't think the music's good, that she just isn't talented. That because he doesn't really like the music that much, it must just be being forced on the culture. Like, his personal metric is just that, a personal metric. It's not objective, Charlie.
She's nasty. She's ugly. Nobody likes her. Nobody likes her. She looks like a teenage boy. Like, dude.
What? This is pathetic. Are these guys serious right now? Oh my God, these motherfuckers, dude. She's ugly. Nobody likes her. You just got done 16 seconds ago listening to your friend Charlie bitch, whine, and moan about the fact that she's being forced on the culture because she's so popular and she has so much influence and relevance. You dipshit.
Dudes don't like her. Like, if you put her in front of, like,
Dudes don't like her. She's dating an NFL superstar. She's dating an a football player going to the Super Bowl. Even by incel logic, the guy dating Taylor Swift would be like the highest value man. Even by incel red pill logic, he would completely fit that, okay? And still, men just don't like her. Listen, I get it if you want, like, if you prefer your women look like, I don't know, small prepubescent girls wearing anime wigs, but most regular people don't go around just like bashing other people's appearance like this. And I'm not even going to get up here and be like, well, Taylor Swift is attractive, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't care because I don't look at that or think about that. And this creep shouldn't be either. It's weird.
Ugly.
That's true. Yeah. Does Taylor Swift have any eggs left?
Can you imagine how disgusting and creepy that question is? You're asking a question about like someone's biology in a way that's very, very just inappropriate. Like, first of all, that has a lot to do with like and reproduction. So that's very like a personal, private thing, first of all. That's literally like if women were talking about guys and they were like, has that guy even like had his prostate checked for like anal cancer?
I would take Free Britney, crazy Free Britney, over liar Taylor Swift, who sets up her whole life where she's not like a real person and she's leading an army of women over a cliff against all of us.
So when people say stuff like this, obviously we don't really know what's going on in their head. We never can. But usually it's projection. When he says something like this, he's the one who is putting up a facade to hide his real life, to hide what he really is. Maybe he is a creep. Maybe he is like a or something behind closed doors. He's projecting because by saying that, by assuming Taylor Swift is doing that, he doesn't realize that he is simultaneously admitting that, well, he's operating on the logic of, well, I do this, so therefore everyone else must do this.
I totally understand her. She understands me. I love Taylor Swift and her music.
She does it. She makes money off of you.
She does make
probably hates you. She doesn't dress well at all. I mean, she dresses like super revealing. What is virtuous about her for young women to glean? Like,
what is virtuous about it? Okay, so let me explain something to you, Charlie. The world isn't church. Not every woman is a nun. Okay, I know you're a numb nuts, but not every woman is a nun. Believe it or not. Squad? What? First of all, Taylor Swift, of all the entertainers, of all the artists out there, I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift is actually very, very reserved generally. She's not wearing ridiculously skimpy shit. At least that's not what I'm like. I've never really seen her like that. She always it seems to be very modest and composed and whatnot. People don't give a shit if she's dressed modestly, and people don't look at pop stars as the virtuous person they want to be one day. No, they see somebody who is more successful than them, making songs that they can relate to. That's it, okay? It's not that deep.
Date as many men as possible, complain all the time, ruin men's lives.
She hasn't started a family. She's in her mid-30s.
You have no kids. Like, it's a terrible role model. 3 up.
That's the terrible role model. Girls need to be given a role model in which they are basically taught and striving for always becoming a mom, being in the kitchen, serving your husband, trad wife. It's not like women have already been trying to be that, encouraged to be that, forced to be that. Charlie Kirk has cultivated an audience of inbred Neanderthals, troglodytes who are trying to fill the void their father left with dumb politics and culture war nonsense. Kirk knows that his audience looks up to him and tries to be like him. He knows that because his audience is stupid. But he doesn't realize, again, that's not everyone's like this. If I can tell you right now, if you're looking to a pop star for your virtues, if that's your moral code, what would Taylor Swift do? Then you got problems. And you have problems that are far greater than you like Taylor Swift. It's a problem with you idealizing celebrities and thinking you need to be someone else and not being yourself. And why do you want to be someone else? There's a huge, nuanced, giant thing that is involved there. People do not just look to celebrities for their morals.
Terrible role model. 3 up. If young women start dressing sluttier because of Taylor Swift, which makes their life miserable. Like, when women dress like this,
I don't know if
100%. I'm telling you, it's like, I don't why are you dressing like that, Taylor Swift?
I think it's worse.
You're dressed like a stripper.
That's not the issue. The issue with Taylor Swift is that she makes women hate everyone. Like, literally everything and everyone. Like, all of her, like the empowerment thing. Again, it's the audience. You go to one of her concerts, it's not like a family friendly. It's a strictly female.
Calling it a cult.
Cult, yeah, it's a cult. That's what it is. There's no men that really enjoy Taylor Swift. They just don't.
With all the pop stars, all the music stars there are, like with Cardi B and WAP and Nicki Minaj and all that, do you really think it's Taylor Swift massively contributing to, like, what, women not wanting to dress more virtuous and modest, and now women are showing their ankles? Like, this is so boring, dude. This is so stupid. You're talking about somebody wearing like a crop top for a minute. Like, you're not, come on, really? You actually sound like a little bitch right now. And also, you're being gross and objectifying, because what you're, again, not saying but demonstrating is that you see that, you think it's bad because you are looking and can't keep you're the creep, dude. No, I get it. If you have someone who's constantly dressed really skimpy, inappropriate, I think the Cardi B stuff is gross. Wow, I never even watched that. It's disgusting to me. That grosses me out. And I'm not some moral prude or whatever. I mean, I'm not into that stuff anyway. I don't like it, so why am I going to watch it? I don't care. But to act as though, like, Taylor Swift is making girls want to wear a crop top? Like, shut the up, Charlie. You sound like a grandpa on crack.
Men fake enjoying Taylor Swift in
There's
order
no men
to
who
impress
enjoy Taylor
women.
Swift. That's correct.
Taylor Swift is a major reason why so many women are angry in America.
There's more women that enjoy the Chicago Bears game than
Yeah.
What? Yes, with the rise of Taylor Swift, women's unhappiness rates have also gone up. The claim that Taylor Swift is in any way, shape, or form responsible for women being unhappy is it's so funny. We should just laugh. Like I've said this before. It's kind of like how if you have like a grandparent with dementia, you know, they're like, I saw my dead bunny rabbit last night. He was in my bedroom. Okay, that's nice, Grandma. Okay, keep your coherent babbles to yourself. Okay, good night. Bye. Yeah, that's cool, Grandma. You kind of have to just smile and wave to these people, maybe spit at them, hope that they like trip and fall down the steps and hit their head hard enough to like shake their brain back into position. But it should show you a degree of contradiction here and hypocrisy. You have two people saying two very different things on the same podcast, and they don't even realize it. You have the one guy saying, nobody likes Taylor Swift. And then Kirk saying, Taylor Swift alone has so much influence and power that she is simultaneously influencing the entire culture of young women. What if she told all young women to go vote? Like, you're saying nobody likes her, and Kirk is acknowledging actually so many people like her that they're trying to be like her, and that's the problem.
She's a bad role model. She's not a good person. She's a bad icon. Let's also remind you,
a self-sufficient woman who built a massive music career from start, I believe. I don't know much about Taylor Swift. I don't know if she had like money from her dad or something. I don't know how it all worked out, but like, she's an incredibly successful musical artist, one of the most famous musical artists in the world. She actually is like a girl boss, kind of different from like the stereotypical Karen. Like, she actually is a legit girl boss, and that threatens these guys. These guys are insecure man babies. They're threatened by a woman that's able to do something like that and then have so much influence and power. That's why this guy is like desperately trying to tear her down. He knows he's inferior compared to her. He knows his career is nothing compared to hers. He knows his influence is nothing compared to hers. He knows that his amount of fans is nothing compared to hers. So he's doing that thing where he's trying to take her down to make himself feel better. Well, she's ugly, huh? Yeah, she is kind of ugly. He knows he's an ugly sack of shit. He looks like a potato that a horse ate, digested, and then shat out with hair. They know that Taylor Swift has a lot of power. That threatens them because they're insecure. And so that's why they're very much back and forth contradicting each other. Nobody likes her. Yeah, she's ugly. That's because it's coming only from him, from within. He's insecure. Well, she's ugly anyway. Guys don't even like her. Yeah, huh? That's for him. And then Kirk is trying to be more of like a, well, here's a political opinion. But it's clashing because this guy's operating on purely emotion. Kirk is operating on emotion with a little bit of like factual schizophrenia.
you got 4 million girls registered in like 24 hours. You see that? She broke the website.
That's the thing. It's so easy for
gonna
her to do
destroy
that.
Okay, so again, oof, major L for this guy who said nobody likes her. So actually, so many people like her. She has a ton of influence and you're afraid. Okay, got it. Thank you for clarifying.
Country. There you have the biggest. Hey, I would respect her, but she's not leading people to God. She's leading them to wokeism, complaining on.
Not leading people to God? Okay, if you ask me, that's a good thing. Not living your life to appease some disgusting, retarded spirit that your mommy and daddy invented to control you and set rules up for you is actually far better, more empowering, and has been demonstrated by the research to be far better for your mental well-being, etc. We know that Christians, for example, religious people, are the least accepting of gay people. We know that Christians are also far less likely to accept scientific studies and scientific findings because they trust their fairy tale book of a translation of a translation of a translation of some ancient story that a bunch have already been demonstrated to be plagiarized. So, like, Kirk thinks that's a good thing, and that should demonstrate why he's retarded. Because you have to be retarded to think that.
She's leaving them to wokeism, complaining on boyfriends, man-hating, and she used to be a Christian.
Complaining on boyfriends and man-hating, talking about her own experiences, having her heart broken, helping people relate and work through their own emotional issues. What do you mean, Charlie Kirk sucker?
I don't think Taylor is a Christian anymore. She grew up on a Christmas tree farm. Yeah, I rest my case. Someone who like turns away from the faith and like pursues money, fame, and approval.
I don't think she's like a Christian anymore or anything, right? Like so she like turned away from the faith. Ugh. Like, I like how you can hear his own biases like flaring up, and then he's just taking everything he can and like filling in the blanks.
Good luck in eternity, Taylor. It's over under. How
long?
Good
luck in eternity, Taylor. Listen how threatening these think or act. And this is why in my song that I did, I said, what the priest said, kill the infidel, because Christianity and religion has this judgmental superiority complex attached to it, where you're the one going to heaven to spend your time with God, and this person is going to the depraved pits of hell. It sets you above and makes you feel superior to that person. And we see it every time. These numbskull fuckwits, you can hear his superiority complex like coming out. Good luck in eternity. Huh. It's like it's not like what Christians claim it is, right? Where it's supposed to be, I'm just genuinely concerned for your soul. Oh, right? Like, that's what Christians try to make it seem like. That's not what Charlie's doing here. Charlie's doing it like he thinks he's better. I'm going to heaven and you're going to hell. It sounds like a middle schooler being like, huh, see you at Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, wait, you weren't invited. Huh. Like, that's literally what it feels like right now. And this is how Christians act. I used to be like more charitable towards Christians and everything, but the more and more that I have to deal with like Christians, that I argue with them in my personal life with like hearing their religious beliefs and the way they're reasoning with stuff, the more and more I'm unfortunately being convinced that I think Christianity is the cult of retardation.
Over under. How long until Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are no more? Over under, Blake.
Like until they're dead. I could see their suicide pact taking effect.
No, not that
with
one.
it.
Not when the mRNA gene altering shot makes Travis Kelce drop in the middle of practice.
That one's way more fun.
Oh, okay. Cool. There's another conspiracy for you to think about. Since the football player took the vaccine, okay, apparently he's going to just drop. He's going to collapse in the middle of the Super Bowl. All right, Kirk. Cool, man. Let's see if Nostradamus' prediction comes true come Super Bowl day.
Talking about when will they no longer be together.
I don't think they're together now. I think this is all a psyop.
What's the goal of the psyop?
World
Totally agree with
domination.
Blake.
You agree, Jake,
Totally agree with
Jack?
Blake.
That just to make
I
money?
mean, I think she's very alien-esque. I mean, just look at
He is so insecure. Oh, it's embarrassing. It literally, the way this guy is talking about Taylor Swift is exactly how those nice guys talk to girls when they've been creepy and pervy, and then the girl says, fuck off and leave me alone, and then they're like, you always turn down us nice guys. You think you're better than me, don't you, you little loser? Like, he's that guy personified. He's that guy if that guy was given a moderately decent production studio and a microphone. That is brutal. Well, yeah, there you guys go. Conservatives are just absolutely unhinged about Taylor Swift.